So in today's video, I want to take a look at the Garmin Tactix 7 Standard Edition. That's kind of a funny name because there's absolutely nothing standard about this smartwatch. In fact, it's not really for everyone, even though a lot of people seem to want it. This product is really for a certain special niche of people, such as hunters, law enforcement, military, or even someone that is into avionics. The starting price of this watch is $1,099. So that should kind of automatically tell you that this watch really is not for everyone. But let's go ahead and take a look. So this is a 51mm watch, as it takes on the same platform as the Fenix 7X. So it is a pretty beefy watch, as you can tell, but it is so well done. I mean, that bezel is just, it just looks incredible. So let's take the watch out and see what else comes in the box. So we do get your typical manuals, as well as what I assume to be, product safety and a manual. So those do come in the box just as any other Garmin product. And we do get Garmin's proprietary charging system and nothing else. Now, if you get the Tactix 7 Ballistics Edition, which comes with the nylon strap, you will get the nylon strap as well as this strap automatically in the box. So you do get two straps. With this particular one, you only get the silicone strap that you see here. So taking a look at the watch, we do see that it follows the same exact pattern as most of other Garmin flagship products, such as you get the two buttons on the right hand side of the watch, and then on the left hand side you get the three buttons, which is used to navigate the entire watch if you don't want to use a touchscreen. And yes, new for this model, we do have an incorporated touchscreen. This silicone strap from Garmin is by far one of the most comfortable that I've ever felt. It is super stretchy, so it's stretchy enough to get a nice fit on your wrist without being a little too aggressive, I would say. And then this bottom little loophole also has the little locker, little nub that goes into the actual holes of the strap. So once it's locked in, it's not going to move in place and the strap isn't going to fall out. So that's a really nice touch. And really, I just can't get over that bezel. It's a nice flat bezel too, so the entire watch is basically 100% flat. There's just ever so slightly a little raise of the bezel itself from the sapphire glass. Now the cool part is that since this is sapphire, the Fenix 7X only comes in, or the higher end tier only comes in sapphire solar. So if you wanted sapphire, you'll also needed the solar. Now the Tactix, you can get the sapphire without the solar, which is a nice touch because a lot of people didn't really like that red ring that went around the watch face to indicate the solar, and that's where the photovoltaic cells are laying. On the back of the watch, we do see Garmin's brand new Elevate 4 heart rate sensor along with the charging port. We do get that Tactix 7 up top, and on the bottom we do get military standard 810 with thermal, shock, and water, and it is water resistant down to 100 meters or roughly 320 feet, I believe. And this is the sapphire titanium model with DLC coating. Now, in terms of the actual watch face size, here is my Epix. Here is the Tactix. So the Epix is a 47mm, whereas the Tactix is a 51mm. So that's kind of how they look side by side. So let me go ahead and boot this thing up. And for those of you that like it, this does come with a transflective MIP display, whereas the Epix comes with an AMOLED display. Now, I've already made a video on which I think is better and which I think the majority will think is better. So if you guys want, you can go ahead and check it out right here. But to make a long story short, I really like the MIP displays, especially for outdoor visibility. Pair with phone. So now, if you guys have never seen this process, all you got to do is just download Garmin Connect Mobile, which I already have. And then once you download it, all you got to do is just click on More. You want to scroll down, you want to select Garmin Devices. Now, what you want to do here is just select Add Device. And then it automatically recognizes it. You want to click on Connect. It's going to ask you for that right there, which we've all been through this process before. Then it's going to ask you if you want to receive iPhone notifications to the watch. I'm going to do that. And then it's going to ask me if I want to replace my Epics with the Tactix as my preferred. So let's go ahead and say yes. And then setup complete. So it's kind of funny. I actually reviewed the Epics last week and I said that this is the most expensive watch that I reviewed on this channel. And now we got the Tactix, which is even more expensive. But that's life. That's life, isn't it? So now we are all set. The watch is saying that Garmin Connect mobile setup was complete. And now we just press on finished. So here is the stock watch face, which comes with the Garmin 7. So you get the altitude up on the top right or top left, the barometer top right, time in the middle. On the bottom left, we do get the temperature readings, which isn't reading for some reason right now. And then the battery remaining, which is 21 days, which is kind of insane. And then on the very bottom, we do get the date. So I have a extremely tiny wrist. I don't know if you guys can tell, and can you see that I wear my watch to bed? And I think it left an indentation on my entire wrist, but that's cool. That's what I'm about. So here's how the 51 millimeter watch looks on my wrist. It's a big boy. It's chunky, but you know what? It's not that bad. You know, if you have tiny wrists, I have a 6-inch wrist, you know, it's not going to be too terrible. Oh man, but this strap is just so good, you know? It fits like a dream. Oh yeah. Very nice. I mean, this looks like a watch that I can just like throw it at someone and then they will end up in the hospital. I mean, it is a beefer, you know? That is a sweet looking watch. And so of course it is a touchscreen, so you can still use the touchscreen or you can use the buttons to navigate the watch. I actually prefer using the buttons just because it's very it's non-obtrusive, you know, you're not really blocking the screen with your finger. You kind of just using the buttons and the buttons themselves. And the buttons are super tactile, super nice and clicky. You're not ever going to question if you actually hit the button or not. Because I know on some smartwatches, if you tap the button, it's so soft and squishy that you're not even sure if you tapped on it or not. But this is very tactile. You know exactly when you hit it, so you're not really questioning yourself. So what do you guys want to know about the Tactix 7? In my full review, I'm going to cover as much things as I possibly can, even though there is so much to cover. But yes, what do you guys specifically want to know about the Tactix 7? And I'll go ahead and see if I can include that in my full review. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video on the Tactix 7, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as it helps this video, it helps the channel, it helps me out, and it's completely free to you. As well as if you're new here, consider subscribing for more of these kinds of videos. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.